Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming back. I think after the welcome party and today's morning, I think you got some business cards from the Advantechers. So actually, if you check the business card, I'm sorry, this is my room key. If you check the business card here, you will see the slogan, enabling an intelligent planet. If you don't see that, you may call the police, that's the wrong one. So from our side, let me introduce the ecosystem and also the value chain of AIoT. You know, in the morning, Miller mentioned about the expertise. Actually, this is the edge devices, computing capability, together with Intel's help, we provide a hardware. That's our expertise. And not only that, we have the software team developing the software platform for us to connect the data to the cloud. And of course, we have the SRP for you to be ready to use. But is that enough for this value chain? We thought about that. We want to add something in addition, additional to the value chain. So we thought about the AI, the cognitive computing. And when we think about it, we think about IBM. You know, IBM Deep Blue actually beat the best chess player in the world in 1997. And after that, they invented Watson to help provide solutions in terms of AI cognitive. So actually, before we invite the IBM Robert, I would like to ask Robert one question. Is Deep Blue more powerful or Watson?
For that question, I think I'll try to answer that question probably in my addressing speech, but it's very different technology. Deep Blue is in deep learning, high analytic capabilities in a pretty much mathematical environment. But if we would use Deep Blue in front of a kindergarten audience, it would fail completely. Whereas Watson, as we know from Jeopardy, is built to actually behave in front of a kindergarten type of environment when you have all these questions, etc. I think that is a very different animal.
Yeah, that's a different category, I understand, I'm just testing. But we know that this is important that we bring Watson here, because Watson is very powerful with AI. In the morning, Shamjak asked one question, why AI? I want to ask you again, why AI? Maybe you can introduce from your perspective. Go ahead.
Thank you. Why AI? I think this is a question I get quite regularly working for IBM. I'll try to answer this within the next 20 minutes, but let's start it. I think we all agree, I have to look for my pointer here, we all agree that with respect to AI, IoT, there is one fuel that is definitely fueling the digital economy. And in the end, this is really about data. Whatever technology we talk about, this morning it was a lot about edge, whether it's in the cloud, it's about data. It's about data we analyze, we utilize, etc. What I'd like to do today with you within the next few minutes is talking about a few technologies that are, I would call, eminent in order to make and have AI to work. In order to do that, I thought I'd take you on a journey that most of us are doing quite regularly. Let me just ask a simple question to you. Who experienced a flight delay recently? Quite a few. And I live in Beijing, and the best excuse to be delayed in front of the clients when I say, oh sorry, I come from Beijing. Because everybody knows you will have a flight delay. And there are a couple of reasons for flight delays. And what I want to do now is invite you on a journey from Beijing to Suzhou to the conference center. And when you enter the airport in Beijing, I jumped on the plane yesterday, and unfortunately, I had another slight delay. And the reason for these delays are either weather, as I just said, or technical. But what's very interesting, there is a technology built that can overcome that. And 10 million sensors are built in an A380 wing. This is a lot of sensors. Imagine the data you can gather just by that in real time. If you understand that more than 60% worldwide flight delays are happening or being caused just 30 minutes prior to the takeoff by any type of technical defect. And in order to prevent this, modern technology, like what I just mentioned, the sensors can gather the data, sheer amount of data, applying analytics and AI to predict a failure in advance. Predictive maintenance, we also learned a few minutes ago, is the topic. So leveraging IoT or IoT devices, sensors can really help minimizing the impact on this journey. And we are working on solutions actually today with Airbus Industries, where our solutions together with Watson and IoT, Watson IoT, is being leveraged together with our Maximum portfolio in order to do asset performance management. Another area that is related to this, when I jumped on a plane, you quite often see the luggage coming in. During my career, how often did the luggage didn't make it? I mean, unfortunately. It was either delayed or didn't come, particularly when you have to have stopovers. The challenge as a business traveler is you stay in one hotel one day, then another hotel another day. At the end of the week, sometimes the luggage even didn't make it where you are. So, very bad. Why I'm saying this is, there is a technology, blockchain, which I personally predict is much more disruptive than the internet in itself in the market. And I'm not referring to Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Let's leave that aside. The interesting concept about the blockchain is really about the shared ledger and the secure communication of data in a protected manner. Blockchain scenarios today are used widely in hospitals, in drug development, in education. Actually, we just finished a project on education in China where, together with several schools, we're using a touch panel, having an AI-empowered teacher on math and physics, because there is a challenge in China to get high-quality education at a certain level. And there is this point system that puts a lot of pressure on the students and scholars in China. So we are helping the government of education to develop a solution that is, we call this compliant in a way, that allows to do tests at home, and you are sure that the student is the student who has to do the test, and everything really is configured. And we're using blockchain technology on this one to ensure that this is working. We recently had the issue in China on vaccines, as you know, with children, very bad thing happening. Imagine what the blockchain can do to eliminate all these problems around that. Aside the blockchain, I'd like to give you one real example. A real example of Maersk, one of the largest shipping carriers in the world, that we are working with. And I think this little video makes it very transparent on what the blockchain can do today.
The following is a demonstration of how IBM and Maersk are partnering to digitize and simplify global trade using blockchain to create trust and transparency in the supply chain. Global trade functions much as it has since the introduction of the shipping container in 1956. Manual paper-based processes are still common, and information about the status of goods is locked away in organizational silos. Today, 90% of goods in global trade are carried by the shipping industry, with the supply chain slowed by the complexity and sheer volume of point-to-point communication across a loosely coupled web of land transportation providers, freight forwarders, customs brokers, governments, ports, and ocean carriers. documents and information for a container shipment is estimated to cost more than twice that of the actual physical transportation. IBM and Maersk are addressing this problem with a distributed, permission platform accessible by the supply chain ecosystem designed to exchange event data and handle document workflows. Maersk and IBM are employing blockchain technology to create a global, tamper-proof system for digitizing trade workflow and tracking shipments end-to-end, eliminating frictions, including costly point-to-point communications. The collaboration will launch with the potential ability to track millions of container journeys per year and integrate with customs authorities on selected trade lanes.
That shows very nicely, how to use blockchain in a trade environment as of today. But go back to our journey. When I arrived in Shanghai, took the cab to Suzhou, I read an article in the newspaper that really struck my mind, and this is about cyber defense and cybercrime. The more we open infrastructure, the more viable we are against attacks. But the interesting thing is that these attacks are not done by individuals anymore. These attacks are really organized by kind of enterprise-run systems. They are really full professional organizations that drive that. And these attacks are not the traditional IT attack, maybe no WannaCry, what we had in the past. But when we look what happened recently in Taiwan, or also in China and in the US to some semiconductor industries, where really the attacks directly manipulated the operation, directly manipulated quality assurance processes in the assembly line, or when these attacks are changing the recipe of a drug, it really gets very scary. So what are we going to do about that? And this is where AI really, what I believe for us in IBM at this stage, is most powerful. Because it all comes together. You have infinite occasions, you have a sheer amount of data, structured, unstructured, whatever, and you have social behavior in the web, so all this comes together, and this is what we all heard about. This is where the power of AI, together with the number crunching power of the computers, can do. We can move security from a reactive mode in a proactive mode. What I mean by that is, by analyzing this data in real time, many times we are able, of course nobody talks about it in public on this one, but we can enable factories, manufacturing, marketing, internal security to predict attacks in advance. So the attack doesn't even impact your production site. That's one way. On the other side, if it happens, what to do? Are you ready to compete with these attacks and defend yourself? Do you have the right measurements in place? This is definitely an area where AI, together with the data and the technology I just referred to, IoT, blockchain, etc., can help making a big difference for us to ensure that, and this is a discussion we have on level 5 autonomous driving currently in China, is how do we ensure that the car is going really the way you want the car to go, and it's not corrupted. So there's a lot of areas we have to address where AI can help to prevent serious occasions and incidents. This all works only if you have it deployed on the cloud. We have a very different approach on this one. We believe that you have to have AI empowered on the cloud, and we also learn on the devices. But cloud is not just public cloud. Cloud is, you have it on premise, you have a dynamic cloud, and you have a public cloud. As you do know, we don't care whether the solutions are running, as we heard today, on Azure, on Google, or on Amazon. It doesn't matter to us. We recently acquired Red Hat, as you know, for $23 billion in order to play and get Watson into the edge computing and into the devices. I mean, this is definitely our next step, what we're doing. And so it's very important that whatever you do, you have a cloud strategy in place that makes sense, and Seamless is able to support your devices from the edge to the data center. Going back to the journey, I finally made it to the conference center, and this is the last statement I want to do on the technology. I think that's also important. This happens to me, unfortunately, many times. Either it's when checking into the hotel, you have to do the down payment, or at the ATM. I pulled in my ATM and I typed in my PIN twice, and it didn't work. I got a text message on my Apple Watch, and it was from the bank agent, and this is real, this is today. And all what I'm telling you is, this is what's available and possible today. But the challenge really was that I had a real problem. And I was really upset on this, that this is happening again. I was in a rush. But the service rep was telling me that there was a fraud pattern detected on my card because I was traveling so much, and so I paid at different locations. This is normal that this happens. We could solve the problem immediately, and before I used the PIN the third time, I could get the money. And this is really great. So what the message here is, all this technology can lift a bad customer experience to a great customer experience. So they really turned around the situation. I mean, I talk positive about this event. And this is what we heard from the colleague from Microsoft earlier on when she finished the speech, is about customer service, the empowered customer. That's the key thing that we will see. And this is very important, as this is a challenge to all of us and to you. The clients expect the same customer service, whether he is buying a Bentley or buying a 20 renminbi product at Taobao or an Amazon. You have to provide the service at the same cost, but at a quality that is superb. It's just expected. And so don't go out to the market without having an answer on this one. So with all that, I'd like to close summarizing with a small video, a short video, that really wraps this very nicely.
What a world we live in. A world that's creating AI-enabled everything. That's generating 43 million terabytes of data every day. That's democratizing the power of cloud computing. A world that has more IoT-enabled objects than it has people. Technology today is smart, but is smart enough? You have to know how to apply it, how to train it, how to trust it, to make it not just smart, but secure. So let's get to it. Let's do more than create smart technology. Let's put smart to work. Let's put AI to work to help fight 357 million cyber threats, to keep the world's data safe. Let's put blockchain to work in 2 billion shipments to help ensure food safety and eliminate paperwork. Let's put the cloud to work for 36 million passengers to help make every flight a little smoother. Let's put quantum computing to work for 75,000 developers, scientists, and students to help solve the unsolvable. Let's put smart to work for telecom and transit, for banking and biochemistry, for farming and pharmacology, for accounting and the arts. Let's build smarter businesses armed with intelligent platforms, intelligent processes, intelligent people. Let's build a smarter future, not just for a few of us, but for all of us. Let's put smart to work.
So last sentence, you asked me the question on why AI today, and I owe you that answer in 2 or 3 sentences. 30 years ago, during my time I'm a physicist, I worked in the research at the Laboratory for Artificial Intelligence in Hamburg under Bert Neumann many years ago for several years. And before that, at Lawrence Berkeley Labs. The thing is, at that time, even I was a physics major on AI, I nearly got unemployed because it was a bad time for AI. Why it's happening today? It's happening today for a very simple reason. Big data is available. You can analyze structured, unstructured. So number two, we have the computing power available. But there's a third element you very rarely hear about. And this is about labeling data. And that's the key thing. We are able to label data at the device, in the software, whatever. And all this together allows us to deploy, whether it's deep learning, whether it's neural networks. I mean, we currently use 32 technologies currently in IBM around AI. And that's the reason for me, that's why it's happening today, because a couple of the things we didn't have 20 years ago, and we have it right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. So actually, Robert just demonstrated us AI can actually help us in our daily life and also lots of industrial applications, yes. So in our daily life, if everybody's doing the same thing like I do, I search through Google, a restaurant, get to the destination through Google guidance, and I search some keywords that I don't want other people to know through Google. So actually Google knows me better than my wife does, which is not that good, but I'm providing the data, so Google is actually able to analyze my data, give me some suggestions. And what about industrial data? How do we collect the industrial data? I guess that's why we are all here. We want to know from the device, how can we get the data from the customers, from the factory, from the hospital, to transfer to the cloud, so we can analyze, we can use that, we can help the customers better. Right? So here comes the ecosystem that we try to create. That's the wise path, the keyword. As Miller mentioned, we will hear that over and over again. That's the keyword. Wise path, full of software know-how that's been developed by Advantech. So I would like to introduce Chi Win to give us some idea about how, from software's point of view, how we're going to help the customers to collect the data so we can leverage that and make it intelligent.
I think, let me just introduce the wise path first. Because Jeff just asked me how to get the data, right? So today, first one I want to introduce. We have the wise path framework. So you will find the wise path NSAS. The NSAS we provide the agent for each device, so we can collect the data through the MQTT, go to the NSAS. Then we collect the data to our data services. Then you can do your own analytics, you can do it for your own dashboard for the visualization. So it will be very easy, just get the Advantech device, then we go to the NSAS, we can do the data for the creation or to the processes. But another, Advantech we should fund the presentation. We found Advantech should almost 3 million the devices. Let's see how we manage that. So it was quite important how we provide the device management on our platform. Okay. So this one is most important for the device. We provided the device the monitoring and the management. So this one is most important when we want to do the device management. We have the 4 major items. First one, your device should be securely the onboarding. So how to making the plug and play, making the device can connect to the cloud and we can easy to manage. So the dashboard is very important. So we already provide this. And another, everyone talking the security. So we working with the McAfee, we working with the Acronis. We provided the secure for the device. So this is very important for your device, for your management and you plug into your management system. You need security, okay? And another will be how to management and also we doing the control. So it will be very important that we have a real-time monitoring and we have the power on. Because this is most important, you need to do remote on. Even the some of the device, you cannot directly to doing the power on. We can do the scheduling and the remote. And also remote control. As I mentioned, we doing the plug and play. So it means that we support various the protocol. So that's why we also talking about HSRP. We have the Alicia to working with us to provide the several kind of industry protocols. You can do in the remote data collection and control. Then also, most important, you need to do in the update. So we provide the OTA for the page, the provision, and also we provide the firmware update and also the software update for your solutions. Then you can do in the alert, you can do in the action to manage your device. So this is most important. We want to provide all the Advantech device supporting the device management. But it is also another question: how can easy to do that? So we provide the solution we call the device app. Very simple. We provide the dashboard for you plug and play. We provide the device security. We provide the power on, and also we provide the OTA for the remote software update and alert, and also user account management. So you can very easy just using this kind of ready to use app, and this one powered by our WisePass H-Sense to help you to very easy to manage all the Advantech devices. Okay, so this is what we are our case use case. We're working for different kind of elevator, retail, and also like logistics. And also we have the smart city for the parking and the lighting, even for the energy. So this is using our WisePass H-Sense and WisePass to doing the management. So I think, Jeff, we provide several kind of the devices. We also building our own the device management to help our own customer can very easy to manage their device. I think it should be very good, right?
You asking me?
Yeah.
So you actually manage the devices just like Google managed me, and you're asking me whether it's good or not?
Yeah, just you online, we can
I don't think that's good enough because you've been talking about Advantech all the way, but this is the co-creation summit. All the partners are here to be part of the solution, right? The ecosystem has to be there. So what do we do to include them in our system?
Okay, so let me update the numbers first, because today this time event we have over 7,000 people registered. So I just think to show you how we align with the time. Let me share some numbers. Okay, first one we have the WisePass. The WisePass Alliance right now we already have over 300 the VIP member. So we already have a lot of partners working with us using the WisePass and also provide their solutions. Another is in our WisePass marketplace, we already provide over 130 the solutions you can use it through the marketplace and also leverage it with our partner. The third one is, this year we already have 1.5 million sessions for the WisePass in marketplace. And then this is also covered 16 countries. Okay. So this is most important. We try to provide a network. We try to provide a resource, and also we help you to go to market. Okay. Here is I want to talking about the network because this is very important. Because I think most of you are SI or you want to do it working with your customer. How to make it easy. So we have a bridge, we have the platform we call WisePass Marketplace. So you can think about, you doing the solutions, you doing the applications, you doing the local installation, you are the partner, we working together to landing the IoT. So go through the marketplace, okay? You can do in the different kind of vertical, and also you can get the customer feedback through this platform. So I think this is not a trend. We call it in pace, maybe we call the chain will be the value chain. But right now we should be talking a network for the exponential the growth for the business. So this is quite important what we want to provide. And the next one, I want to show you the WisePass, the alliance. Right now we already covered, as I mentioned, we have over 300 partners to join with us. So they cover, I think, here worldwide our coverage and our partners. And also here is also our partner who are leveraging in the different kind of the role in the market. Okay. So I think this one is my next page. I want to share with you. We just released the Wise Pass portal. All the information you can get from here. Okay. So we provide the marketplace to doing business with the Wise Pass. Another we provide we have the knowledge, we have the news, we have the technical documents. These are the results of sales sheets. Then we also have a large network. So it will be, as I mentioned, the partner network is quite important to doing the business. The next one, we also integrate the solution. The solution also with our, as I today we show you the SRP. This is solution is ready and connected with our Wise Pass. So I think I want you to doing the action because here I have the QR code, right? So please using your smartphone to scan the QR code. You can just upload it to our Wise Pass. Okay. So Jeff, do you have your smartphone to visit this portal?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Well, thank you, Chi-Wen. At least in the end, Chi-Wen invited everybody to join our ecosystem. That is important because we cannot do it on our own. You see that there's more than 7,000 people here all together, brainstorming, getting together to find out how we can make the planet more intelligent. So, but before we get there, I'd like to let you know that we actually try to integrate software in our cloud solution already. So we have Microsoft, McAfee, components. But if you are not ready to fly in the sky with the cloud yet, we have the traditional ways to get to where you want to be. So we still sell the licenses, distributing the thing. We are global distributors for our partner. So if you need the licenses, you know where to find us. Again, thank you, Robert. Thank you, Chi-Wen, for this spectacular speech. And thank you all for listening. Thank you.